Whiskey 3, Golf Tango Romeo here. We're at Rosaryville State Park in Maryland. Beautiful day, about 75 degrees. We have a brand new antenna we're going to try out today. The antenna is on loan, so it's not my antenna. It'll be the first time we're trying it. So let's get it set up and go. All right, here we go. This is the SOTA POTA 150 portable vertical antenna system. HRO, I believe, sells these. Now, I do not own one of these. So quick note, these are my ground radials. He has a nice set of ground radials and it looks brand new. I did not want to separate them on him. So I'm going to be using my own. So that's the only reason why I have that in there. But anyway, here's the antenna case. So we have 2 vertical tubes. We have the vertical tube with the tuning on it right here, which slides up and down like so. So we're going to see how that works. We have the actual whip. I'm not sure the actual length on the whip. You could probably look this up in the specs. For now, I'm going to leave the whip in here just to keep it safe. We have the feed point, and we have what looks like to be a, okay, so this is the hub that you would put your, this is the hub that you would put your ground radials plugged into. It has spots for the ports there. Let me see, I think it goes like this instead. Yeah, that's a better fit, I think, yep. And then let's see, there's something else in here. There is a spike, ground spike, which should plug into that like that. So that's how we're going to run the antenna today. We're going to plug it in to the spike, and we're going to get it set up. So let's get this antenna set up and see how it works. See how it tunes up too. Here we go. All right, so we assembled the antenna. Pretty easy, self-explanatory. The one thing I did find that was a little bit different than some of my other antennas is the spike actually goes, it has a long enough thread that it goes through the hub piece and it comes back out to match up with the feed point. Cool design. All right, we're gonna set it up right about here. Ground's nice and soft today. That should be enough room for my radials. All right. All right, let's put some radials on this thing. Like I said, these are my own radials. Hang on, let me grab something here. So the actual antenna does come with a nice set of radials right here, all colored and everything. They look so pretty and nice. I didn't want to take them apart. The way it says in the manual, you could run it as just one strip, and maybe I'll roll that out as one strip today. I'm not sure yet. Or you could separate them. I kind of like to separate my radials a little bit to get a little more ground coverage. That's why I'm using my own rather than taking these and separating the ribbon apart. Like I said, this antenna's on loan, it's not mine, so I'm gonna put this back in the case and use my own radials. I wish I was shooting this because what happened was kind of incredible, but so I slid the little slider 3 times. The first time I slid the slider on the antenna, I was tuned up at 1.4 right around 30 meters. The second time it was somewhere in between there. The third time it was perfectly sitting on, and I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this. I think what I'll do is I'll take a photo of this. But it's sitting at, hang on, I gotta get out of the sun to read it. It's sitting at 1.04 on 14.060, which is exactly where I wanna be for CW. So this is really good. I'm gonna take a little snapshot of that for the video. All right, so I think we're gonna start on 20 meters, being I tuned it up so quickly. I got four ground radials laying out on the ground here. They're each 16 feet long. Like I said, I have it tuned up for 20 meters. We're gonna go. So let's get started, see how the antenna performs. Okay, so this is kind of interesting. When I went back to the table to start my radio up, I realized that I left out one section of the antenna. So I have it tuned up perfectly for 20 meters with 2 sections in there right now. I'm almost tempted to run the antenna like that, but I want to put the 3rd section in, which is probably going to screw up my tuning a little bit, and I'm going to have to retune. But that's okay. We're gonna make this work. So let's do that right now. It probably explains why the slider was probably about 80% to the top without having the other section in there. So we'll see what happens now. Let's see where it tunes up now. We'll probably have to move that slider down, I would suspect. All right, that's extended. Let's take our coax, plug it into the tuner here. So maybe this time you will get to see me tune it. Although you know you can tune it in 3 sections or 2 sections pretty quickly. Let's turn this on. All right, here we go. I can't see this in the sun, so I gotta move out of the sun a little bit. Okay, it's just a little bit long. So let's move this a hair. Let's see. All right, I got 1.28, which is very operatable at 14.760. So I want to go back down a little bit on the slider because I like to be in the CW section. Okay, let's see what we got. All right, now it's sort of in between again. So I need to go up just a smidgen. Man, this thing's really sensitive. It may help to also adjust this antenna with the whip a little bit. I haven't tried that method yet, but let's see. All right, just a hair more. And we're in the ballpark. Okay, 1.04 at 14.060, which is exactly where I had it before, so perfect, with all the sections installed. So perfect SWR pretty much. All right, let's take a snapshot of the antenna analyzer, and we'll display that on this video here, and we'll get going. Just checking to see if anybody is going to be using this frequency. Not hearing anybody, and no one is spotted there. We're going to use 14.068. 068. Let's get spotted. Oh man, I think I messed something up. I clicked on a call sign by accident, so I'm hoping I didn't spot someone else on 068. Okay, here we go. I don't have a very strong cell signal here. Come on. All right, we are spotted. Let's go. Everything ready. I really like to use headphones when I'm doing CW, but gotta let you guys hear it. So here we go. That was fast for a pilot. We'll go for NO. York and Virginia, and I was screwing up sending Maryland once in a while instead of Virginia because I live in Maryland. Now I'm trying to send Virginia almost. Wow, low signal. That was coming stronger. Alright, 559 both ways. Alright, no other takers. Actually, I want to turn something up here. Being I'm using speaker today, let's turn my set up just a smidgen here. As I was using headphones on this radio the other day, let's put it up to 20, make it a little easier on yourself. Oops. Alright, well, we got 2 in the log so far. Let's keep going. Michigan and Minnesota. Christian. Here's your straight key, Christian. You're on the video. I heard some of it. Oh, I messed up here. Hang on. Oh, man, I got my log all messed up. I was typing in the field. All right. That's what I get for messing up my log. By the way, I'm running 5 watts QRP today, internal battery on the 705. Sorry. Florida. Really light. messed up the call. Give me back a 559. I gave him a 539. Florida's rolling in, another Florida station, I think. Yep, Florida. Whoops, I messed up my own call song at the end there. Oh well. Keeping my spacing good, or else my friend Mike, K4NYX, gets on my ass about it. Alright, I'll let it call CQ for me. Got 6 in the log so far. Internet's working pretty good. I don't know how conditions are today. I'll have to look later how they were, but so far I'm doing all right. K4 something. ARQ, okay, yep. Whoops. Florida again. I think that was a Z at the end. Let me make sure. Okay. Oh, he's fading on me. Alright, hopefully he'll come back when I get him. He's giving me a 559 back. Illinois, I think. Yep. Rusty. I think I left off the T in his name. understand. Gerald, I always had trouble understanding your code. I think his thing might be stuck on my frequency. All right, hold on CQ. Let's see, what do we got? 9 QSOs so far. Almost activated. I hope no one else is on my frequency, taking it over on me. No one spotted else, at least. We might have to move. I'm going to respot. I'm going to move to a different frequency and restart this video. All right, we're respotted, and now we're on 068.5. We were getting someone interfering with us, but let's go. Give you a different angle of view, too. Here we go. Come on. We're activated, so I wasn't listening. I just want to see how quick we activated in, just to see. So we're activated at 5 watts in 16 minutes on this antenna. So not bad at all. KP, I faded. Another Florida station. I hear 4 station. I can't. All I heard is a 4E. And maybe. I think it's November for Echo Whiskey November. Oh, sorry, it's ending in F. Sorry, Edgar, I gotta give you a 229 today. .449 he's given me. This is Alabama. Good context though. It's those type. I was gonna say it's those type of contexts that I really enjoy that you have to work for. The challenge. All right, hang on. I'm having a problem with my logger now. You got the call sign down. Kilowatt Echo 3 Quebec. Oh, yeah. This is Rich from Maryland. He hunts me quite often. Whoops. Alright, I'm going to call CQ one more time. I think I'll stop the camera, get a few more contacts, and then switch to a different band and see how the antenna tunes on a different band. Maybe 15 meters. It's a short antenna, so it might do better on the other bands. I know on 17 meters, this antenna is a full quarter wave per the manual. First 579 all day, I'll give. Just give me a 579 right back. Georgia. Missed him. Gave him a 559. Give me a 559 right back. Texas. Oops. I heard a K. That was a 559. I gave him. I tend to screw up when I'm talking and trying to send CW at the same time, so don't judge me while I'm talking and doing this. But I'm trying to entertain the camera as well. This is fun, casual CW today. All right, one more. We're at 16 QSO so far. Let's get one more on 20 meters. Maybe we'll try 17 or 15. I'm thinking 15, but we'll see. Oops, I messed up his call sign. I messed up in my typing. That's... Oops. $579. I'm coming in a little stronger on his end, Tennessee. Ooh, he faded on me. think it was. Yeah, 339 both ways. Arkansas. Can't hear him. All right, I got him. November 4, Romeo, Echo, Echo. He's giving me a 599. I messed it up. I think it was AC4. Oh, 0. Okay. Gave him a 539. Missouri. 569. I'm not sure what he sent there. Yeah, Missouri MO. I'm hoping for a stop break here. Okay, cool. 21 QSOs in 21 QSOs at 5 watts CW in 31 minutes on the SOTA POTA 150. That's pretty good benchmark. I'm happy with that. It's a pretty portable antenna, so it is what it is. You know, it's definitely compromised even on 20 meters. But I like what it did. It worked. It tuned up super easy. I mean, I had it going really quick. So let's retune it for 15 meters, and then we'll get going on another band. There you go. So 1.29 to 1, which is excellent, at the frequency that I need on 50 meters. So we're going to get going. Been sitting on 21.068 for a few minutes. Been dead silent. We're going to just make sure the frequency is not in use. I doubt it is. See a few other people on 15 meters, so maybe we'll do it right. Let's put in the frequency on Ham 2K Polo. We're going to spot on 21.068. Let's go. Man, the weather's so beautiful today. 75, close to 80 degrees. There's always a breeze here at Rosaryville up on the hill here under the pavilion. It's such a nice spot. I haven't been here in a little bit. It's a good spot in the rain because you got the nice pavilion here. Okay, we are spotted on 068. Let's start calling and see if we can make some contacts on 15 meters. This will be fun. I have a feeling this antenna might do better on 15 meters than it did on 20. It did good on 20, but I think it could do better here. Here, let me resituate here just a little bit. Move stuff around. That didn't take long to get a first contact, did it? Here's someone there. Oops. Is it W? Sorry, I don't have my reading glasses on. Five, 6, 9, Florida on 50 meters. Text on everything just keeps on getting smaller and smaller, and people are getting older and older. So sometimes one of the struggles is I can't see the text on my iPad. Five, 7, 9. Nice. Alabama. All right, we're going to spot again just to make sure we're fresh. So far we've got 24 QSOs in the log. It's only been, since I started my log, it's only been 40 minutes. 46 minutes, I'm sorry. So anyway, yeah, pretty good activation though with this antenna. I'm enjoying it. This antenna is nice and light and portable, tunes up easy. I do think you probably need an antenna analyzer unless you really know the antenna well. That slider is really sensitive. I have a, what's that antenna that I have at home? I have the JPAC 12. One thing I do like about that is maybe not as granular, but when you slide the slider up and down, it locks on each coil. So you probably have a little more of a definite spot where you set the antenna. So that way you could probably mark the spots. It'd be pretty difficult, I think, to tune this antenna up not having an analyzer, or maybe a radio that has like a SWR sweep built in, like a G90 or even the 705, 7300, something like that. Oop. Sorry, my iPad's messing up. No, I'm gonna give him a 579. Yeah, that's what I thought. Colorado, he's booming in. Almost 90% of the time, if the Colorado station gets me on CW, they're going to get a 339. They're very rarely that strong. So conditions, antenna, I don't know. Either way, it was a nice, he had a nice signal coming in there. That was that Alpha Foxtrot Zero Echo in Colorado with that nice signal there. I'm having fun today. This is so nice to be out here. Just relaxed, kind of chill. Just in and out with some CW, no pressure. I think that was... First DX station of the day. Give me a 539. That ain't bad for 5 watts though, I'll take it. Whoops, sorry, I got a bug on me. Minnesota. I'll tell you, there hasn't been a lot of downtime calling CQ. I mean, sometimes I'll sit there and call CQ like 10 or 15 times to get going. It's really been pretty quick today, so not a whole lot of downtime. We are currently 51 minutes into this activation with 28 QSOs at 5 watts on the SOTA POTA 150 antenna. This thing would probably smash it if you had 100 watts single sideband, so I have no doubt you would do well. I got 2 end stations. Kansas, I think. 559, I'll take it. Yep, Kansas. I think there's another end station. Florida. What? I don't know if that was N5M or that was a... Alright, I'm not sure what happened there. Someone's out there trying to get it. But they're dropping out. Band's dropping them. We should probably take a look at the RBN for 15 meters and see how we're looking. Let's take a peek, shall we? If someone comes back, I'll have to skip this, but... Alright, we'll call again while we're looking this up. Don't have very good cell service where I'm at. Oh wow, this RBN is pretty impressive. Got it, Colorado. Oops. Let me put this phone down. I don't know. I messed this one up. Okay. I had to call right. I had it in my head, but then when I was sending it back, I was listening to it and it didn't sound the same. 229. This RBN is pretty impressive with this antenna. I'm going to take a screenshot of it and use it in my video. heard an NA. NA7. I got wind in my ear. I didn't think it for a state accidentally, but that was Washington State. Pretty good. Not bad at all. What are we at? 32 contacts right now. Pretty good looking map. And like I said, the RBN was off the hook. I'm going to grab a screenshot of it on my phone, include it in the video, so we can see how this antenna looks on the RBN with 5 watts on 15 meters. I'm going to kill the video here. I think we're going to tune to a different band and try something else. Right, so I was not able to get the antenna to tune on 30 meters. It probably can get there, but I wasn't going to spend all day on it. Maybe some longer ground radials would help. But I was able to get it to tune pretty easily on 40 meters with the slider, about 1/4 of the way up. And I fine-tuned it with the whip. I brought the whip one section halfway closed, so about one section of the whip is closed or collapsed. So we're able to get in the CW section right here. Let's see, let's scan again so you can see it there. Oops, sorry about that. So we're sitting at 1.53 to 1 at 7.6060, which is where I want to be for CW. So here we go. So I have the antenna tuned up on 40 meters right now. We've been sitting on 7.067 for a second, just listening to see if anybody's out there. Looks like we're gonna be able to use that frequency as long as no one's spotted. Let's just check the spotting list really quick. No one is up that high. So we're gonna go to 7.067. I got a 1.51, I think, to 1 SWR. You can see it actually on the screen. You can see the SWR in the 705 here. Again, remember, we're using an extremely compromised antenna for 40 meters for sure, and we're 5 watts CW. So let's see what we could do. We're gonna spot now. I expect we'll make some contacts. I don't see why we wouldn't. It's 4:30 in the afternoon, so yeah, about this time of day. 40 starts doing okay around here in Maryland. So let's see, let's for my spot to show up. All right, spot is there. Here, let's use the call. That way I'll just call. I got something else I got to adjust over here. Let's try to wrap up with a few more contacts here. We're at 32 contacts, 32 QSOs, and I mean, it shows I've been here for 58 minutes, but that log's been open even while I'm tuning, so probably take at least 10 minutes off of that so maybe 45 minutes or so. So not bad at all though. Come on, let's do some 40 meters here. I haven't been on 40 meter CW in a while, so maybe some usual suspects will try to get me today. Oh, let me put my little mic down by the radio too. I forgot about that. Turn this down some. Just give me a 559 back on 40 meters. Massachusetts. He's Michigan, I think. Yep. I don't know why I did that. Yeah. I had it typed and then I got AB8. Okay, I got him. Ohio. Man, he's light. He might be QRP also. I don't know if I have his... Okay. Oh, DC. That is call wrong. All right, here's a little light. I didn't hear it right, but we got it. 36 QSOs. Let's try to get 40 and we'll wrap her up. Gonna have a helicopter fly over here in a second. This park is not too far from an Air Force base. He's giving me a 559, New Jersey. Oops, was there someone? So, we operated on 3 bands today. I'm okay with that. Put this antenna through its paces a little bit. Maybe we'll spot one more time. I'd be curious to see the RBN for 40 meters too. So let's do that also. All right, let's take a look at the RBN for 40 meters. I don't think it'll be as impressive as it was on 15. Someone always calls when I'm doing sun, so this will get a call for sure. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, pretty much what I expected for 40. We'll get a screenshot of this, I guess. I mean, I'm definitely getting out. And for 5 watts and a compromised antenna, I would say it's just about right. We'll put those, we'll include those screenshots of the RBN report in this video here. Come on, let's put 2 more in the log and we're going to pack her up. Hopefully you guys like me talking to you while I'm doing this operation. It probably is pretty boring if you just want to sit here and listen to CW the whole time. I'm probably boring as well, but it helps a little bit maybe. Well, maybe we're not going to get any more than 40 meters. Maybe that is a wrap. Still a pretty fun and good operation, even if we don't get any more. Come on. I'd like to get 40 here. We're 38. We're so close. I could put it back on 20 meters if I wanted to, probably, and get a few more. Or I think I got that call sign right. I don't think I did. Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't ready. I was fixing the log. All right, I got you. Turn it back down. This is Maine. 579 both ways, nice. Maine. Well, that's 40. I'm going to give a last call before I pack it in here. It's so nice out. I don't even want to go home, but traffic will be terrible too. No, it's sorry. Yeah, I got you. I fixed it. I probably should have gave him a 599. No, he's hitting 579, so I was right. Thanks, Paul. All right, 41. All right, we're going to wrap up this operation here. We did pretty well today. We did about 41, 42 contacts and just over an hour. I think it was about an hour and 10 minutes of straight operation. The other time on the log is probably there were in tuning the antenna setup and things like that. So really quick today, we operated the 705, the ICOM 705. No tuner, just the 705 at 5 watts with the internal battery. We used this Bamatech TP3 paddle here, one of my favorite paddles. Let's see what else we got here. We used an analyzer, of course. We got the SOTA POTA 150 antenna that was loaned to me for this review, and we're going to show that here. I ran my own ground radials on it. I ran 4 16-foot ground radials on it. So the antenna comes with a ribbon, and I think the ribbon breaks into 10, I think. So you'd probably have better receive and maybe even some better transmit using all 10 radials. It might even tune on 30 meters. I did have some problem tuning though on 30 meters, but we operated on 20 meters, 15 meters, and 40 meters. And 40 meters is extremely compromised on this antenna and still did pretty okay. It made some contacts at 5 watts, so antenna works good. It's compact, it's light. So yeah, the antenna works. We're gonna pack up our gear and head on home. 73, and thanks for watching.